the news and interviews you know and love. It's the Northwest's #1 racing podcast, the Shaun in the Dirt podcast. This is Shaun, and you're in the dirt.
Andrew Kunas here for the Shaun in the Dirt podcast, and I am with Friday night Northwest Focus Midget Series Dirt Cup prelim winner Shaun Smith. And Shane, absolutely dominating performance. You led the entire way here. It had to feel pretty good to win by such a wide margin tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's I didn't even know we were that far ahead. I had heard before the yellow came out, we had about a 6-second lead. But with as slow as I was going through the corners, I figured he was kind of right on me. So I just wanted to hit my marks and make sure we didn't miss a corner and got through.
Leading the whole way here, not knowing how close they are or how far they are from you here, how does that affect your mindset as you're driving?
You know, if I had known that I had a little bit more space, I definitely could have opened up the corner a bunch more and actually probably had more speed in doing so. But the track was so bottom dominant that it just wasn't worth the risk to miss that. So especially coming off that yellow, I was like, all right, as long as I am the first one to turn one on the bottom, he's not going to beat me. So we just made sure we hit that. That was kind of it, you know, with it being so narrow. That was the whole key to it.
You had some struggles earlier this season here. Had a couple of good nights. You had a hard charger at the K-Box Classic last month. You got a prelim win at Dirt Cup here. You're in good shape for tomorrow there. How do you feel about the rest of your season right now?
Yeah, we've had a rough couple of weeks. Just kind of a series of events. Had a big wreck here a few weeks back. Had a rough trip in Oregon just with some underlying issues. But we got this figured out. Luckily, we were able to get some new shocks on for tonight. These are brand new shocks, WRD Walker Racing Development. First time out with them, and they're fantastic. So really looking for the end of the year, we're going to finish off really strong. And I think this might be the third year in a row I've won a Dirt Cup prelim night.
And you've been driving for Brian Rose here in this 17M here. Tell us about the working relationship between you two.
Yeah, no, he's really hard working on the car. Just make sure I have the best equipment that I can have, so that we can put the results together. He's so meticulous about the maintenance on it and making sure that we don't have any issues pop up. Run strong. Tonight really showed what we can do with this car, and I'm really excited for tomorrow.
Who do you have for sponsors on this car?
Yeah, I really got to give a shout out to Walker Racing Development helping us out. Smith and Valley Custom Cabinetry, they've been big help this year. Product 41 definitely hooking us up as well. So huge shout out to all those guys.
Led the whole distance tonight here, but Nick Evans, no slouch. They'll figure stuff out for tomorrow here. You got Jared Peterson, who dominated last night's prelim feature here. You got a couple of dogs and others to race with here. What kind of work do you have to do here to perhaps beat those guys again tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We're going to be just really watching the track tomorrow and see how it develops. Hoping it stays smooth for us. That's kind of the key. But, Jared's such a good driver. He's willing to move around, find those lines. It could be just whoever makes it to turn one first is the winner. Like, that's how good he is. And I think that's how good our car is. So we'll see. It's a whole new race. There's so many variables to it. We're going to find out tomorrow.
But you had fun winning tonight at least, right?
Yep, had a blast.
Shaun Smith, your Friday night winner at Dirt Cup with the Northwest Focus Midgets. Andrew Kunas here again for the Shaun of the Dirt podcast. I'm with the second place finisher here on Friday night at Dirt Cup for the Northwest Focus Midgets, Nick Evans, coming home in the runner-up spot in the 24 car. And Nick, you made a couple passes there, but couldn't catch Shaun Smith here, but a solid second place for you tonight.
Yeah, it was, I guess it was fun. I don't know. I don't want to be negative, but it's kind of a tricky track or whatever, so just kind of went out there. Then I got hung up behind Chuck there for a minute. When I got past him, Shane was pretty much had a straightaway lead on me, so just try to run my line, try to figure out like a better line and all that, and play around a little bit. And then the yellow came out, and I thought maybe, well, here we go. But at the end, I really had nothing. I was a little too free, think it was going to be that slick out there, but it was. So, yeah, I didn't have nothing for Shane.
But you got your supporting cast around you here. You got to make some changes to this car, obviously. What do you think of your chances tomorrow racing with Shane and also last night's winner, Jared Peterson?
Oh, yeah, tomorrow's going to be a blast. So we got Alex Peck there starting third. So the four of us are even behind us, Hannah Lindquist, and I guess Ashley's behind me. So it's going to be a fun one. So you don't want to miss that one.
I mentioned your crew guys, your dad helping you all as well on this car here. I know it's a miles long list, but who do you got for sponsors on this 24 car?
Yeah, it's appreciate everybody that helps me out. But yeah, I got Powder Coating Inc., On the Level, Gemma Bell, Wilder Custom Construction, Prairie Lanes, and Bergie, Formula Tire, Nelson Texturing, John and AKA Stinky and Deb and Bardall. Like you said, there's like a lot of people help me out, and I appreciate it, and I'd like to thank them.
You've had a lot of success at Skagit Speedway over the years. It's going to be tough for you, but how do you like your chances tomorrow night?
Oh, like I said, it's going to be a fun one. It's I'm starting fourth, so I'm up there. So, you know what I mean. It's hammer down. The track will probably have a lot of grip in it still, and it's going to be fun.
All right, Nick Evans, second place tonight. He's going to go for a Dirt Cup win in the midgets tomorrow night on Saturday. Here with tonight's third place finisher Friday for the Northwest Focus Midgets at the Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup. Ashley Thompson, the 41, getting on the podium tonight. And Ashley had to make a couple of passes here. Couldn't catch Shane Smith here, but nice podium run for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we ran fifth most of the race, and a little bit of luck and a restart really solidified the night for us.
And you're locked into the show. You're going to have a pretty decent starting position here. You don't have to worry about running a B main tomorrow night here. That help you at all?
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to run a B main. You just get tired, and then you got to run through the rest of the field.
All right, you've been teaming up with Shane, getting a lot of advice there. What's that been like as far as racing?
Oh, it's been great. It's just my dad setting up the car and, his limited knowledge, if you want to say that. So it's nice to have somebody that's, ran the series longer than I have to kind of give us, little tips and tricks here. And it seems to be working out so far.
Yeah, you had some mechanical issues earlier this year. That had been absolutely frustrating for you.
Oh, man, we went to a lot of races, but we didn't do a lot of racing. So I'm glad that we have that fixed, and we've basically been on a roll ever since.
And you got your first win last year down at Willamette there. I believe you got another win later. I believe it was at Elma. But you had been competitive here, struggling to get that win. You finally got that first win here, and you're able to race at the front and challenge for wins now. Oh,
absolutely. It's just things really started clicking when we got that win at Willamette, and then, it was like, we can actually run with these guys. And, it's just been a momentum thing ever since.
And who do you have helping you on this car?
Obviously, biggest thanks to my dad. He does everything on this car. I basically just show up and run it, My mom handles my helmet and all my stuff, so that's also an important job. Smith & Valley Cabinet Makers, that's a huge sponsor for us. They've been helping out a lot. B&T Automotive, Tim's Fabrication, and I Found It Consignments.
Your dad and your mom there, they've been a part of this from the beginning for you.
Oh, absolutely. Me and my dad have raced together since I was, basically before I could walk, and Mom's kind of came into the picture a little bit more, so that's really cool to have both of them just hands-on all the time.
Good job, baby.
Thank you.
Mike Evans stepping in here. But speaking of Mike Evans here, you got Nick Evans. He finished second in front of you tonight, but you got Nick Evans, Alex Peck, last night's winner, Jared Peterson, Shane Smith there. You got a lot of good cars around you for tomorrow's feature here. It's going to be a lot of fun for you, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I love running with those guys because I know they're hard racers, but they're clean racers. So you can, drive it in there just as hard as they will, and we know that nothing's going to happen, and it's going to be a good race for sure.
You like your chances for at least a good finish tomorrow?
I don't know about that yet. I mean, depending on what the track does, we could pull it off, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Ashley Thompson, third tonight, looking for a great finish tomorrow night at the Dirt Cup. fourth place tonight there and getting a little adventurous out there. Levi Klatt bringing home fourth tonight in the Northwest Focus Midgets on Friday, night 2 of the Dirt Cup in the ODark 30. And Levi, first, tell us how this ride came together for this weekend.
So for this weekend, I wasn't even supposed to be running the car this year, actually. It was supposed to be another guy. But when Ray passed away, me and Mark kind of got back together and said we were going to put both cars together, kind of run memorial for Ray. So we came out here and just ran it. You know, it was kind of a bit of a almost last-minute deal. So we put the car together last night, put Ray's old car there, the 11T, put it together, and brought the both of us out here and put the cars in one piece.
And track on the dry slick side here, bottom dominant for the Focus Midgets here tonight, but you were the one car that was going up against the fence there. Were you just trying to make something happen?
Yeah, I don't like running the same line as everybody else, lap after lap after lap. In my mind, I have to try and find something. So I went up there early on and tried to make something work at the beginning, but every time I'd see Brian Murphy show his nose on the exit. So I quickly moved back down, but then the restart came about, and, well, I figured the first two cars in front of me were going to get stacked up on entry, and, yeah, sure as hell that's what happened. So I just put my foot to the floor, kept it there and ran the top, got back beside him, but it didn't fully work out the way I wanted it to.
You have to search around for something at least, and that's part of racing, isn't it?
It really is, and, you know, these Focuses could really use another 20 horsepower to make the top a viable option. But it's just a different kind of searching around, you know, being used to running the sprint cars out here. It's a little different. It always takes me a few laps to learn it and, you know, kind of figure out what I got to do each night. Yeah,
I was going to say, talk about horsepower here, and you mentioned the sprint car. You're Sportsman Sprint champion here at Skagit Speedway last year, doing a lot of 360 stuff now here. So you're used to getting a little bit more throttle response here and getting around these tracks a little bit more quickly here. How does it feel to being, I hate to call these things slow, but not as quick cars? They're still racy. Just they don't have the throttle response that the sprint cars have.
Oh, 100%. You know, these cars definitely aren't slow. When we go out to one of my home tracks in Canada, Agassiz Speedway, these are the fastest cars there by a long shot. But, you know, we come out here and, you know, we're so used to seeing 360, 410 Sportsman Sprint cars, you know, all these really, really fast race cars. Going from a 360 and a Sporty to a Focus Midget, though, you have to be a lot more perfect on your starts. If you miss the start by even a thousandth of a second, that's, you know, 15 feet on the entry to the corner. So you just have to be a lot more perfect. You have to be a lot more careful, carry your momentum, make less mistakes. You have to be a lot smoother. You know, you can't be a throttle masher like you can in a 360.
And you got for sponsors, who's helping you guys out on the ODark 30 and the magical fun bus, as Caleb calls it, the 11T that Hooray drove?
So on both cars, we got the Trainwreck Bar and Grill. We got Mark Adams. He's the one that preps the cars. Mark and Matt. They not really many sponsors on these cars, though. Just really Trainwreck Bar and Grill, and of course the ODark 30, which sadly no longer with us. And
Levi, got some good cars. Finished fourth tonight. Great night here, but you got some real competitive drivers here. You got Nick Evans. You got Ashley Thompson. Winner tonight, Shane Smith. Last night's winner, Jared Peterson here. You got some good cars around you here, but how are you liking your chances here for a decent run tomorrow night with the full field?
I'm pretty confident. The car handled really good tonight. We had a couple of little setup woes that we had to get sorted out, but I feel like we got them. Kind of got a game plan set for tomorrow. The format isn't really helping us a whole lot with the cars from last night all getting the bottom and us tonight all getting the top. So we're just going to work through it. You know, I feel confident. It's always nice coming out here knowing that when I run with these cars, it's a stacked field. It's always good competition, good equipment that I'm racing against. You know, it's overall a really good series to race with.
All right, Levi, great to have you back in the Focus Midget again. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. I'll catch with you again tomorrow.
Levi Klatt, fourth tonight, looking for a great finish at the Dirt Cup tomorrow night for the Midgets. Got Chuck Pierce with me, who finished fifth in tonight's Friday night prelim feature for the Northwest Focus Midgets. Chuck Pierce in the 62 car. And Chuck, nice top 5 run for you tonight.
Thank you very much. Yep, we had a pretty good go at it, and Slipped back a little bit on the last restart. I thought I had a podium going there, but just didn't work out.
But you've been racing with this series for a few years now, but getting a lot of seat time there. You've been getting much more consistent finishes up front there. How much of a learning curve has it been there? And it got to feel good to be running up front a little bit more too.
Well, I think I've finally figuring out a couple things with the car. It's real easy to get yourself backwards with these things, but I got a nice base setting on it now, and just trying to figure out how to get some drive back into the car out of on exit. And yeah, I'm actually really excited. I think I'm finally learning how to set the car up a little bit. So, yeah.
Locked into the feature tomorrow night with the split field here. You got a lot of good cars around you here. So, what do you think of your chances for a decent finish with the full field tomorrow?
Well, we're going to make a couple more changes on the car, and if I keep myself clean and stay out of trouble, I think we'll do fine. I've got a good car, and pretty excited. It's kind of up to the driver now, so we'll see what happens.
And who do you have helping on this 62 machine?
Red Dog and my lady Lisa. That's who's helping me. So, yeah, we're kind of a little family show here, and it's been fun. That's what I got. I got Levi. I mean, anybody in this whole Northwest Focus Midget Series is there to help. So, it's a really neat series.
It is a very neat series to be a part of here, and well done tonight, and good luck tomorrow.
Well, thank you very much, sir. We'll see you tomorrow.
Chuck Pierce finished 5th tonight with the Northwest Focus Midgets, looking for a good finish at the Dirt Cup finale tomorrow night.
Picking up his first 410 win, right? Yep. Dominic Gordon joins you right now. So you couldn't get Clay Cup, but I think you'll take this one, right?
Oh, Clay Cup was a heartbreak. It was honestly the same kind of track, just real slick to a curb right around the wall. Felt like I was leading the first 33 at Clay Cup again.
Yeah, I see. I knew I could get you with that one, right? Because I was there that night, and you had the dominant car there. But talk about Dirt Cup, because you had to battle for this one tonight. But man, it was a sweet one, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I love racing with, the guys that we race with weekly back home. Just, they'll run you clean, but they'll run you hard, and that's what it was. That was a freaking hard race for the lead, I feel like. Glad I came out on top, but, Tanner gave me a real run for my money.
Now, rookie year in this, what were your goals coming into this Dirt Cup?
Our goals were just get the seat time and get better to come back next year. But, now we're looking pretty stout going into Saturday, and I think we'll be good. We got a lot of notes this weekend and a lot of valuable seat time.
And then, the other thing is the track conditions from last night tonight. What were they like?
Pretty similar, and I felt so good last night, but I just couldn't make any spots, really. Tonight I just did the same thing, just pounded it up top, and it really worked out.
Talk about the team you're driving for.
Oh, yeah, my dad owns it. I can't thank him enough for what he does. He's the whole reason we get to the track every weekend. I can't thank Jarrett and Richard enough for what they do, Ashton, and everybody else that helps us out in and out of the shop.
And sponsors?
Oh, J.I. Apparel, Fortitude Driver Development, Smith Tie, Gary Silva Ranches, 10J Chassis. They do so much for us, and without them, I wouldn't be able to get to the track every weekend.
Well, good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
This is Shaun, you're in the Cali Dirt video. All right, Corey Day probably had one of the most eventful runs tonight. Let's see, where'd you start? 16th? And then went to the back because you want to make it exciting for the fans here at Skagit Speedway. And then, let's see, finished third?
Finished third, yeah. It wasn't the object to drop 8 spots before the actual green flag of the race, but how it went down, and just glad our race car was good, like it usually is, and I was able to work through the field.
Now, when you guys went did you know you had a problem? Is that why you went into the work area?
Yeah. I honestly didn't know. Like, I stopped next to Holmes, and I was getting, yelled at him to watch my right rear, and then I felt it going down, so I started motioning to the guys to give me a work area. So just a little unfortunate. I don't know exactly what happened, just really slick in one, and got 30 gallons behind you. It's not easy to slow the car down when there's guys crashing. So a little unfortunate, but it all worked out.
And then what on that last green flag, when we get green flags going at Skagit, sometimes it takes a while for us to get going. Like last night we had a fuel stop on 9, tonight 8. But you found something. When did you figure out what you were going to do, and how long did it take you to, this is what I'm doing?
Yeah, I knew, I could run the curb, of course. Just a matter of getting a clean enough track. It's tough. You actually carry a lot of wing speed here, so when you're behind cars and you don't have enough air on your wing, it's hard to enter the corner, how you need to. So struggled with that until I got inside the top 10, and guys started, stretching out, and guys are running the bottom and weren't just, all over the place. So it just took time. I didn't know exactly, how it was going to play out there. Everyone was all over the place, and if the middle would have got dirty like it did last night, I don't know if I would have made it up through there, because it's easier to build a run on someone when there's 2 cars in front of you rather than 3. So just owe it to a good car, and just a badass track by the Skagit track crew too.
And then you should be good in points for tomorrow night. And I don't know what your goal was coming into this, but I know you could have stayed closer to where you guys were and racing against all the guys that you won against last week, but you chose to come all the way to Skagit like you told me you were going to do at the Chili Bowl. And I'm sure the goal is to win this Saturday night main event.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I got a little bit of unfinished business here. Was really good in 2022 and just didn't put it together. And then last year, the track just really didn't allow me to race the way I needed to on the final night. So, hungry to win this one. I think this is probably my last cup on the West Coast to win. So, and I love the event too. Kevin Rudin's put a lot of work into this place, and Peter Murphy as well to make it a badass facility and host a badass event that I love. So, Houston's rained out this week, but either way we were coming here.
And then one question I wanted to ask you before I let you go: when you went on the high limit this year and decided you were going to do everything, did you have any expectations on what your year was going to be like, and that you were going to get these wins that you've gotten? How many are you now? Like 4?
Yeah, I think we're up to 4. We're up to 5 with that
5
Knoxville win.
Yeah.
No.
4 high limit ones, right?
Right.
Yeah.
4 high limit ones. Yeah, just not really many expectations. I knew just object was to win some races. That's we won a lot of races last year, and even won an outlaw race at the end of the year. So I knew that we had speed with the top guys. Just a matter of getting our package good for those places in the East Coast. So it's been good. Just like I said, owe it all to my team and to Shane Bowers for being a badass, and it's been a good year. So only halfway done.
All right, well, good luck tomorrow night, and we'll see you obviously back here in August.
Sounds good, thanks.
This is Shaun, you're in the dirt, Cali Dirt Video. Justin Sanders joins me, and I know, man, another second place run. But the good thing is the points, you've got to be looking really good in points. I'm still waiting for the official points to come out, but got to be good there.
Yeah, second's a little bit better when you're not leading and then give it away. So we actually had a pretty solid race car tonight. Could move around actually, and I could run, kind of run through the middle, kind of run the bottom, pound the top. I kind of do it all. We got to get a little bit better, get a little more drive, probably to beat Corey. But we're in position again, and I mean that's what you got to do at this race, this format. You got to put yourself in position, and we did that. So we just got to gas it up for 40 laps. That's about all we could do. So yeah, no, it's good. We'll go over this thing with a fine-tooth comb tomorrow. Try not to have any parts failures, and build off of what we did tonight, and that's it.
So there's something about this racetrack that just suits your style, and that's one thing I was going to ask you. And then the second thing is the track conditions seemed pretty close from talking to Dominic and Corey from last night, but we didn't see the carnage.
Well, last night actually was a lot slicker, I think.
Okay.
It was a lot slicker, a lot dirtier in spots, and honestly tonight the racetrack was pretty dang cool, honestly. You can run the bottom, you can run the top, you can kind of slide through the middle if you really got to run on somebody. I mean, these guys did a pretty awesome job. I mean, it was on the fence in 1 and 2, and kind of at the end, like Carrick, when I got him for second, I actually kind of arced it in and ran the bottom and got a good drive next to him. And I mean, it was just cool. You could do everything here tonight, which is all you can ask for. Hats off to the track guy and Peter and whoever did the track, because it was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun. It's one of the more fun racetracks, one of the more fun races that I've ran in a long time, but the last couple of years. So we'll take it and be ready for tomorrow.
All right, well, good luck. Who did you actually thank real quick?
Oh, yeah, we got always Demo Mitri and the whole team, Hunter Brady. Oh, man, just thought of his name, the guy that's been helping us this week, and I just forgot it. But thanks to him, too. Aiden, Mitri Construction, Farmers Marine Company, North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation, Factory Cane Shocks, High Performance Lubricants, FK Rod Ends, Walker Performance Filtration, just TI-64, but it helps us out. So we'll be ready to go.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, man.
This is Shaun. You're in the Dirt. Cat the Dirt video.